How far can you go with only 10 towers? Is a question that I've already tried to answer in the past, where I got to around 300. That time I used the Ninja Paragon for its permanent Grand Saboteur, the Boat Paragon for its pull-in ability, a Zilly, the Banana Central, the Legend of the Night, and the Ultra Boost for farming money and pops. This time, I'll try to replace the Ninja Paragon with the Ace Paragon. I placed the Zilly pretty soon, so she could get to level 20 as fast as possible. On round 41, I already had enough money to buy the banana research facility. I then bought an overclock, which would get me to a banana central way quicker. Round 60 beaten, we're now in free play rounds. And at round 70, we finally got our tier 5 banana farm. The only thing left for farming is an Ultra Boost that I forgot to buy for a long while. It was about here that I started to put Ultra Boost stacks on every single tower. I would do this so that my Paragon towers could get as much pops as possible. But seriously, I did not need pops. But I really needed money. So instead of putting stacks on my towers, I should have been overclocking my farm. That caused a bit of problems for late rounds, but we'll get to that part later. From about round 160, things started to get a bit harder. Also, not already having a Paragon didn't help. At round 170, I decided to see what degree my bolt paragon would be. It turned out to be a degree 84, and with testing, I found out that a degree 88 is the best I can get in this situation. I would have thought that by now I would have enough money for my degree 88, but I went up only 1 degree. Also, I think it's a good time to remind you guys to like and subscribe if you're finding yourself enjoying this type of content. I make lots more Bloons City 6 videos that you might enjoy. Starting from round 183, I would need to switch from the hooking ability to the Tsar Bomba ability, just to handle the DDTs. I would use the hooking if there's 6 or less DDTs, and would use the Tsar Bomba if there's more than 6 DDTs. But none of that mattered because the DDTs from the BAD leaked, causing my portal ability from the Legend of the Night to activate. But for some reason my defense couldn't handle these UMGs from the BAD, which meant I had to restart the round. This would get annoying after a while and would use all my brain power just to use my abilities non-stop depending on what would happen. Then on around 189, I would finally get my degree 88 build paragon. This meant I could finally take a bit of a break. Here, on round 257, I thought a DDT leaked, but turns out it didn't. But then there was another DDT that was coming, and I was hoping that my defense would take care of it. It did, and then I used an ability for the next DDTs, but then I died, because of another set of DDTs. Now look at my money. This will be really important later, and I want you to remember about how much money I had. But also, rounds from now on would get really stupid, with 4 fortified baths per round. Which is really surprising, because I'm only in the mid 200s. The amount of baths meant I would have trouble beating every single round from now on. As I said earlier, this would get really annoying. This round demonstrates exactly what I mean. There's only 3 baths, but never mind, now there's 5 of them. And then there's 8, which is really stupid for only round 259. And then bullshit like this happens around right afterwards. After all of that, I desperately needed the Ace Paragon. But with the money I had, I was only able to get a degree 81. But then look at this! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 bads. This number would only increase as the rounds continue, and I would be more and more in dire need of the Ace Paragon. And then this happened. I thought a DDT would leak through, but it didn't. But then another one killed me. Now I didn't even realize the amount of money I had. I couldn't even afford dying again. Luckily for me, this is when I decided to get the Ace Paragon. But even after 3 rounds, the amount of money I made didn't even give me another degree. I then decided to sell my farm. I would then be at 82, and then settle on a degree 83 by selling my engineer as well. That's when I realized that he's not even that strong and that all his power comes in the ability. And so I placed his ability right in the middle of everything. But I didn't need another strong ability, I needed a permanent way of doing damage. Also, do you remember a few rounds before where I kept getting 8 bads per round? But now, after that I've bought my Ace Paragon, half of the rounds start looking like this, with 4 BADs. Why couldn't it have been like that earlier? Like seriously, after 10 rounds of ramping, you're telling me that you're jumping from 8 BADs to 3. But now, no more jokes. Rounds are sincerely getting hard, and I really have to think before using my abilities. First of all, when all the BADs are at one spot, I use my Ace Paragon ability to put them all at about 3/4 of their health. That really helps Moab Hex to kill as much BADs as it can. All of that while using my Bolt Paragon pull-in ability when my Moab Hex switches from one BAD to another. That makes sure that I don't waste my pull-in ability on an already almost killed BAD. And of course I have to switch my Ace from Circle to Wing Monkey depending on how many BADs there are and where they are. Now fast forward a bit to the end of round 282. My portal ability already had been activated the round before, and then these DDTs killed me. Now I would have paid to continue, but I didn't have enough monkey money. Even if I did have enough monkey money, I don't think my setup would have gotten to round 300, which is where I got last video. Of course I'll be trying this another time with the Bolt and Wizard Paragon for more consistent damage. Now remember to like and subscribe if you liked the video and want to see more of this type of content. I make lots of Bloons City 6 videos and you might like them. Now thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.